we're going to keep this short. And I just want to review. I want to talk about 2025. I want to talk about 2026. So I'll start off by saying Happy New Year, everybody. This will eventually hit YouTube. So Happy New Year to everyone on YouTube as well, especially the Extras channel, which we'll talk about. Seeing a lot of traffic. So the Extras crew, appreciate you. Before we get into kind of the serious stuff, my nephew got me a Christmas gift I wanted to show with you guys. You might have seen it already. He never has gotten me a gift before himself, but this one was a big one because he saw something that immediately made him think of me. And I thought, chat's going to appreciate this. It was these sunglasses. Normally, I would not be caught dead wearing anything like this, but my nephew made him very happy, so that was my gift from my nephew. If these glasses made me look like an Age of Empires 2 strategy, it would be the Persian douche. So yeah, I just thought we'd start it off with that because why not? Shout out to my nephew. That was fun time on Christmas. I will probably never wear them again, but we'll see. We'll see. The year is young. All right, so what we have here is the Spectator Dashboard 2025 year in review. There's data from the top players, like 2K Plus players. There's also data from just like the entire scene. Happy Leaves does a good job at this. Shout out to Happy Leaves tracking this data. So, there were just under 15 million total matches in 2025 for Age of Empires 2. Total number of matches played, ranked and unranked, not AI. So there's, of course, going to be games, maybe like campaigns and AI. 15 million people. 15 million. That's crazy, dude. Now, we're down 1%. Disappointing to see it. We're down 1% from the previous year, but that's still really crazy to think about. Active players. 491,000 number of users who have played at least one match. So I guess I wouldn't consider that active personally because you play one match. That doesn't mean you're active. But still, that's a lot of people who played at least one online match. That's a big number. I'm sure Microsoft's very happy with this. Can you guys see that? Okay. Matches cast. So games that have been cast or covered, streams. I don't think it counts YouTube videos. It's probably just streams. 9,400. That's 9,400 in a year. That is how many per day? That's a lot. Also down from the previous year a little bit. It shows the ranked types here. New players is fun. New players, users with at least one match. 106,000 people played at least one match this year. Now, guys, look at this. We have the longest matches. These are for players that are 2K1 up, all right? So longest games. I'd like to point out this down here. This is length measured in real time, not Age of Empires 2 time. Real time. You'll probably remember this one. This was Hope vs. Matza, which I made a video on, the greatest stalemate. Never saw these three. I'm not too familiar with them. This game, 7 hours and 12 minutes real time. That is over 11 hours of game time on Arabia. I was just sent the recorded game. I have it, and I'm terrified. So, listen, YouTube, you better like the video and leave a comment and really force me to do this, okay? Because I don't know. That's a full day. That's a full day of one game, but I'm really curious. I feel like we might do it. We might. Hardy might not be able to upload that to YouTube. But yeah, it's real, and I have the game. Happened 3 months ago. I don't know if I can cast it because of the patches, but if it's only 3 months, maybe. That's a maybe, all right? Most matches played in the year. We have Kambito at the top. Kambito's kind of new, has risen up. Huang. The funniest thing about Huang still being top 5 is he just took a month and a half off. Like, Huang has not been consistently active. That's what's so funny to me. Like, Huang has taken large chunks of time off this year. We're talking like maybe 10 weeks. And he's still almost at the top. Huang's a maniac. We got Andre, who plays a lot. Survivalist and Stone Please all played a lot as well. That's funny. Check this out, though. We got most matches in a day. Kangen Sade is on the top 5 list twice. So Kangen He had a couple instances this year, I know because I played him during it, where he played for like 30 plus hours straight. So this was literal like full day, full night. Kongan isn't a player who plays like a lot of all-in styles. So like his games, they could last quite a bit. He played tons of games. This is a ridiculous amount of games regardless. Like 33 games in one day? What? It's crazy. Just crazy. Here you can kind of see the activity of the ladders and see if it's gone up or down. Team games gone down a little bit. 1v1s have gone up a little bit. Hours played is interesting. This is in real-time hours. We had, 6 million hours played. Matches per day. This is ranked and unranked. All multiplayer. We have 41,000 matches per day, which is fun to see. Check this out, guys. Top countries by players. USA, baby. I mean, this is not new, by the way. The last couple years, it's been like this. A lot of people coming back to the game from the States. We are at the top of the most current ranked players. So your ranking expires if you don't play for a certain period of time. We also have like 5,000 or 6,000 people that are actively ranked in 1v1s right now. Are a lot of them noobs? Yeah. But we've got a lot of people improving as well. So that's cool to see. Argentina's represented there. Germany has always been a big. China's always been big. Mexico's always been big. These are some good numbers. Looks like it's gone down a little bit for every country except for Germany there. You do have most hours played. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to fit here. There we go. Most hours played. We have Survivalist at the top, Combito after, Lucho, Andre, and Ozone. I just find this funny. So, like, Survivalist and Combito and Andre were in the top 5 of matches played. But Huang is not here. I guess it's the case for Stone, please. But, like, Huang was second here. Huang isn't even top 5 here. I would really be curious to know what the hours played was for Huang because his games are so fast. He's efficient with his time. Yes, he's efficient. You could see the busiest hours around 19 GMT. Busiest day is Sunday. Makes sense because that's a weekend. The highest 1v1 rating is here was 3,045. Only 2 players got over 3K, I think. You had Hera and you had Vinchester. You also have the lowest 1v1 rating. Hey, look, there's my uncle. Shout out to Uncle. Didn't think he'd make it in the year review. There's a couple other players who fell down to 0 as well, but my uncle's one of them. So shout out to Unc making it in the year review. He's probably proud. I'll let him know. Modes. Random map is way more popular than other modes. No surprise there. You also have like sizes, which is an interesting stat. Then we move into some of the like streaming stats, some of the content creator stats. You have the most cast series. It was the final of King of the Desert recently. You had Ling One Cup in there, and then more King of the Desert for the amount of people casting at once. It says it was 26 there. Active streamers. Hard to believe this is a real stat. 16,000 people. So this is anyone who has once streamed Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, I'm assuming, right? It's a lot of people. A lot of these people probably aren't regular streamers, but they've streamed the game at one point. I'm one of them. Proud to be part of that. Most prolific casters, I think this is just based on how many games have been covered with the cast. We've fallen out of the top 5, people. We've fallen out of the top 5. Memb, T-West, Ornlu, Juan, Parati, and OGN Empires putting in the work. Lots of games covered on their channels. You can also see if it's gone up or down compared to their previous years. I don't know where I'm at on that. We do have streamer viewers. There we're at the top, so that makes me feel good. But guys, this bothers me so damn much. Why has it got to be 2,999? What is that? Somebody who's watching this right now didn't show up live and just completely ruined the average. It really bothers me. Anyways, feeling good about that. We'll talk more about like my overall channel stats, what I want to work on, what I was happy with, this, that, and the other. You also have organizational views. You have map popularity. Map popularity. You've got Arabia, Arena, and then Mega Random, and then the rest. I'm actually surprised Glade is top 5. But those top 3 taking up most of the percentages there. In team games, you have Arena, you have Black Forest, you have Nomad, you have Arabia. Team games, it's a lot more balanced in terms of preferences. And then you have African Clearing in there. You also have most popular custom maps. Guys, the Bamboo Nothing community goes hard, and nobody knows about it. I should probably make a video. There's a lot of people who play Forest Nothing all the time, but they do the Bamboo Nothing version. So they play a lot. That is I'm trying to just rearrange things here. So that is up 243%. If you remember the original Forest Nothing video from like 10 years ago, that was also Bamboo Nothing, Huns only. Probably different players. You also got Earth in there, which is kind of cool to see. All right. What else do we got here with stats? How's that looking? That looks decent. Villagers per game. Keep in mind, this is 2100 ELO and up. You have Lewis at the top. You have Ave, William S., Aldina Hot, and Sinister. As far as I know, Aldina Hot and Sinister are the same person, by the way. I could be wrong on that. I think they're actually the same person, but not worth getting into. So that's interesting to see how many villagers per game. So players that typically have pretty long games produce a lot of vills and lose vills too, right? Monks per game. John Slow at the top. You love to see it. Morg, who doesn't play the game too much, he's still on the top 5. Niaz, up and comers up there. We got Turs. Turs is in my chat. I guess he stayed about the same. And then you have No Zombie, a player from Australia, who's also there with 7. So lots of monks for these players. Farms place per game. You have look at this, guys. We got 2 repeats from the villagers per game. We got Ave and then we got Aldina Hot. So these guys have big economies. That's a lot of farms per game. I've never heard of this player. Gookie I'm aware of. Gookie isn't playing right now. Beiju I'm aware of as well. Young player, as far as I know, from like China, who is like 2K2, 2K3 maybe. All right, Relic Sought. Who's the biggest clown here? We got Felix. Felix is like a 2K or 2K1 maybe. I'm not sure. This guy's just plays Arena all the time. As far as I know, it's like Burgundians every single game. Got to get the food income from the relics. So he's big clown energy. Morg, big clown energy. Dark Noob, Salcioto, and Blackheart. All these players love Arena, so it makes sense that they'd be getting those relics. But it says average relics sought per game. So does that just mean you click a relic? Like, what does that mean? Sought is not collected. So maybe Happy Leaves will clarify. That's interesting. Bore lame attempts. Huang. And Red Phosphor way higher than everybody else. Way higher. As Nikov has called them before, the latter terrorists of AoE 2. Stealing your boars. Ending your day with some crazy strats. Good games up there. Beery's up there. And Izam as well. No MBL. MBL doesn't lame anymore. He doesn't like it when people stop playing against him. So MBL stopped laming for years. Market usage is down, guys. Market usage is down. Damn, that's crazy. Remember, they nerfed the market, so it's actually down. So we got 6% down. Don't know if that's for everybody. Auto Scout is up 22%. So market's going down, but automated things going up. Oh, boy. All right. Well, Auto Scout's pretty big. Remember, they also made a change at some point where all scouts can be switched to Auto Scout. That obviously is going to increase the numbers. All right. Most dodges. Let's get into this one. Most dodges. A dodge is when you alt F4 because you don't feel like playing for whatever reason. You alt F4 because you don't want to play the map. You don't want to play the player. You just alt F4. And as I've talked about in videos, the devs do a crap job at really discouraging this, as well as Smurfs. I've made videos on it. But yes, let's talk about it. Tut is up 2,000%, 3,000%, 590 dodges in the year. That is 2 dodges per day. Behind him, I actually made a video on this guy, Jean Hay. Jean Hay, the guy who played in the Sudden Death Tournament and was going crazy YOLO. You'll find that a lot of the crazy YOLO players, if they don't get a crazy YOLO map or they don't get a crazy YOLO like setting that they like, they will sometimes quit. I think it's bad, but they do. John Hayes up there. Morg's up here, plays a lot of arena style. Red Phosphor as well. If he's not getting his maps, he will alt F4. And I don't know about this player, but we got big dodge numbers. Big dodge numbers. There's also a total dodge ranking. But yeah, we can get into that later. Now, the most dodged players, so the people that collectively are dodged the most, Matza. Matza, TC dropping the crap out of people. People don't want to play him. Red Phosphoru, doing his Phosphoru strats. People don't want to play him. Huang. Respect to Huang, by the way. He does not dodge. Huang, well, he like plays everyone. He plays everything. I love it. The fact that he will play it all, even if he's uncomfortable, but he gets dodged a lot. People don't want to play Morg, and people don't want to play Snow. I wonder if that's a map thing, because I know Snow. You know what I would guess? Snow plays a lot of team games. Happy Leaves, can you clarify this for me? Snow plays a lot of team games. And team games, the dodges, there's an epidemic. It's going up. Is this 1v1s and team games? Or is it just 1v1? Oh, it says limited to 1v1 ranked. Oh, okay. Well, then my theory's out the window. Well, that's interesting. I don't know enough about Snow. Maybe it's a map. Maybe he's a style. Okay. Dodges in total, guys. 826,000 dodges in the year. So this is not just the top 5 people. This is not just a couple people. This is a community issue. It is up 35%. Just people have realized if other people can all F4, then why should I play a map I'm uncomfortable with? And it snowballs. So that's a shame to see, but it's cool that we actually have the number there. Lobby wait time is there as well, which is kind of interesting stat. 342 seconds. All right, longest tournament matches. I actually didn't cast any of these. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing for me. Lingwang Cup had 2 of them. As far as the bigger events, we had like a 4-hour game between ACCM and Hera. You also then had some other tournaments mixed in here, as well as Medieval Masters, which you might recognize Vinchester Shixo, some names. You have some Civ picks for the year. So we have top draft picks. I think this is the frequency of picks on the draft, right? It doesn't clarify that, but I'm going to assume that that's the case. Italians, Japanese, Portuguese, Lithuanians, and Persians. I don't think that's win rate. It's just, yeah, it's pick rate because it says right there, obviously. Top draft bans. Mongols, Persians, Georgians, Chinese, and Bohemians. And Persians up, the others pretty much on par with where they were. No big surprises here. These are civilizations that get banned out a lot in tourneys. Closed maps here with Bohemians, the others really good on open maps. Georgians were banned a crap ton when they were initially released because they were really broken. Okay, this is fun. Frequent words above 2K1. GG, 220,000. Down 3%. Oh, God, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, that's so sad. Yes, Taunt is up 10%. 11 is up 5%. Start the game already, up 8%. And then Go is number 5. So that's interesting. So that's after a pause, right? Go is number 5. Chattiest players. Samaro's at the top. Ganji as well is up here. Now, these guys play a lot of Black Forest. So my guess is there's a lot of in-game chat with them and not so much team games. I know Development down here as well plays a lot of team games. So I don't think they're chatting people up in 1v1s. I think they're just very talkative people in team games. That's what that is. Could be the same for Manos and Niaz as well. But Niaz is up 364%. Granted, he's kind of new. But Niaz, very chatty individual. I know when I play him, I chat a lot. Okay, 105ers. This is the amount of times that someone has used the "you can resign again" taunt against opponents, which isn't that frequent. Number 1 on the list is Kambito, and he's done it 39 times, which seems like a lot, but he also has played 3,000 games. Mauricio, Manos, I Buy Power, Sony Teprano is on there as well. So, okay, so then we have the chat filter stat. So this is when the chat filter, bleeps something, which we can't really trust. Kimbo's on there. I'm not gonna. I think with some of these, how do I say this as a community figure? 4 out of the 5 here, I think they probably bleeped some words. Like, legitimately. Okay? 4 out of the 5, based on what I know, based on my experiences, I think maybe the chat filter was doing its job. Cyclops and Morg and Locust and Kimbo occasionally maybe get a little heated. Not all the time, though. And we know the chat filter's baloney anyways. Ganji does not swear a lot. Ganji is not really a toxic guy. So I think that's just Ganji talks so much that maybe certain words he uses get picked up in the filter. But I can't confirm all that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ganji's just a really bad guy. Ganji, you're not a bad guy. Okay. Maintenance. There were 7 maintenance this year. That's interesting. Family shared data. Platform users. Servers that have been used as well. Also here. That's cool. Not that important for me. We had 20 patches this year. You can see some of the data mods that have been used. Lots of shared Civ bonus mods being used. There are also 2 DLCs this year. It shows the data set that the players play in online matches. Return of Rome, way down there. Age of Empires 2, obviously way up. You have rating drops. Somebody dropped from 2K to 341. Somebody dropped from 1,600 down to 0. Somebody dropped from 1,700 to 154, 1,400 to 0, and 1,353 to 0. These people are all throwing games intentionally, and I mean, there's no way that that happens. But maybe they just had a really bad. Some people have bad days. Maybe they had a bad week or bad months. Instant resigners, people that resign in under 2 minutes, have been named and shamed. Let me clarify. This is not Mr. Yo. This is another player named Yo. I'm sure the list is much longer. I've made videos on smurfing and how it is more common than it was in the past, or at least, you know, it's a problem. So yeah. Now the most smurf accounts, which means unique accounts, not renaming yourself. We have Jean Hay. Jean Hay was on the Dodgers list. We have Vivi. This has never been new. Vivi, top player, but has tons of different accounts. Jibitong, also, he's been around a while. Bunch of different accounts. Then we have Red Phosphor, and then we have a Mexican player named Kino. So my understanding, if you have this many accounts, is because you're either just messing around, which I think Vivi does. You don't want to lose elo on one account, which might be a reason. But the other reason is if you alt F4 enough, if you dodge enough, you can't queue up on that account, so they just get onto another account. Biggest Civ pickers, Huang number 1. 96% of his games force pick. You know he's going for Mongols or Armenians or some crap. Phosphor's on there, Jean Hay's on there, Morg on there, Felix on there. So lots of people playing with their favorite civs. Highest APM, Stone Please, fastest player. El Matador, second fastest player. Shades, third, and then we got Cordy and we got Blitz on there. These guys not quite as well known as the others, but they're also very quick. Lowest APM, Saps, Matza, John Slow, which seems fitting, Kill Pig Boy, who's a Chinese player, and then Target. So these players are much slower, much slower than the people over here. Granted, the people over here are also maybe a little bit higher elo here, but still, I mean, they're all above 2K1 and really solid. Most aliases, that means that they just renamed themselves. It doesn't mean different accounts. Dog, what are we doing here, bro? Dog and I News, a player from Hong Kong, 120 aliases this year. Which, again, he's just renaming his name. He's not, like, on different accounts. So there's not actually a lot that's bad, in my opinion, with that. But yeah, he's changed his name 120 times. Kambita 55, Duduju 45, Jean Hay 38, and Sobek 29. So, yeah, not really sure on the reason for that. Also, we have admin losses. That's an interesting stat. Beery had 5 admin losses this year. Dog also had 3 admin losses. Acer got 3 admin losses. Deeker got 3 admin losses. And Lobo got 3 admin losses. So this is per tournament, not match in the sources Liquipedia. So yeah, that is the year in review. Where's Don Cabron on this list? Didn't Don Cabron get... Shouldn't Don Cabron be in the top 5? I guess maybe he didn't get enough. I don't know. Do Beery's admin losses count as Don Cabron admin losses? I don't know. Anyways, I thought this was cool. So shout out to Happy Leaves. It's a fun little review of the year, the good, bad, and the ugly. Some of these stats I would have never even wanted as well. Like, I think it goes a little bit above and beyond to show some of the details I would have never looked for. So I think that's cool. And hope people appreciate that and all the work that the dashboard does, collecting this data for us and making it very easy for me to just sit here and talk about it. If you want to look at this, you can go to aoe2rex.com, and then there should be a post at the top where you can look at all the data yourself. But I wanted to move on to talking about how the channel went this year and all that good stuff compared to at least the year before, and talk about goals for the next year as well. So that's the plan, and I'm going to dive right into it. All right, so I wanted to talk through numbers and views and whatnot. We'll start with YouTube, and this compares 2025 with 2024. So we got views, we have watch time hours, and we have subscribers. Question for viewers. What is the most important statistic of everything here? The most important one. To me, but also to like sponsors. Someone says money. I mean, money's pretty important. But what is the number one stat? The stat that usually you can't see. It's watch time. Yeah, watch time. Like, someone's views could just be one click where they watch for a second. That does not equate to the same value as a creator and to advertisers, etc. So I've always been really grateful for my watch time hours. 7.9 million watch time hours this year is really, really good. Now, this is down 25%, but I have the extras data as well, and I'm actually curious if that puts me even with 2024. So we got more overall views than 2024, which makes me happy. We got more subscribers than 2024, which makes me happy. This is down 25%. I should have this here, and it says 2.2 million. This is on the extras channel. Is that 25%? That's close to it. To me, it feels pretty close. So that makes me much happier, actually, because I was already coming in here thinking I'm gonna need to step it up, blah 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 blah, when we talk about goals. But that's roughly approximately the 25%. So basically, things have been pretty steady in 2025 compared to 2024. Obviously, watch time hours is pretty big on extras because you have a lot of full tourney sets. But overall views it adds an extra 5 million there. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this. I'm going to keep it short because we have a lot of information here. But what I am looking for with YouTube is just being able to maintain consistency, I guess. Maintain consistency. But also, I tried this year to really introduce more quality content, which doesn't mean that I've ever been uploading videos that I think are crap, but I've been trying to do more YouTube-only casts and more YouTube-only series and more things that are clear to a viewer when you watch, okay, this was made for this video's purpose, instead of it being a cool thing that happened on a stream. Now, that's a lot more work, but I think it does really well because, I mean, if I find the right video ideas as well, it's worked really well. I love to do it. People really like to watch it. It translates into better numbers overall. So that's kind of my goal, is to continue to try and improve on that in the upcoming year. And I don't think you guys watching this really care, but I want to continue to increase the short form content because it's a really easy, fun way to have additional content, but also short form is really big and it brings in more eyes to the channel and eyes to the game. So I'm really happy with how things are. And I want to continue to keep things flowing. Couple things. Right now, the channel's at 390,000 subscribers. I want to hit 400,000 subscribers this year. We apparently hit 20,000 this year. So if the pace slows down, that could happen. It's just really annoyingly close to 400K. I would like to hit that this year. So hopefully that happens. I also want 3 videos in 2026 to go over 500,000 views, which is like an impossible task because some of my best videos sit below 50 and 60,000 views. But I want to make a quality video that more people see. Now, what people find, what people watch, all that stuff's a mystery on YouTube. But I'm gonna be like thinking through some ideas, and it will be good content for the regular viewers too. I'm not gonna go full sellout mode, but I think that'd be cool to do that. So, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I actually have lots of ideas, but I'm not gonna talk to you guys about that. Thank you though for a really good 2025. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, hopefully 2026 continues to be good. I think slow and steady is kind of my approach. Keep things as is and improve where I can. Shout out to Hardy and Ugly, who've worked very hard this year. Ugly's in chat. I don't know if Hardy is. Editors on the channel. They make things really easy for me. The thumbnail game's on point. The editing's on point. So, and yeah, I've got lots of ideas and passions and things I want to work on behind the scenes, which I could talk to you about them. Hope we have a really another strong year. Maintaining what you guys like and what we enjoy while also expanding on it. All right. Stream goals. I was very scared to look at the stream numbers because I felt as though I streamed less this year. And I thought that the result was going to be a big dip in certain things. So hold on, you can't see it all. Okay, so that was 2024. Can you see that? Okay. So this was 2024's numbers from streaming on Twitch. We have average viewers, we have max viewers, we have follows, we have the time streamed, and then we have minutes watched. All these stats matter in different ways, right? The ones that can be really motivating to me in the moment, the ones that like look epic, the ones that you look back on and are just like, damn, would be max viewers. Let's be real. That's something that everyone talks about. No one talks about minutes watched. No one talks about consistency of the view. They just look at the max. So that was a big year. We had 37,000 max on Twitch. Obviously, there was YouTube as well. And that was Hidden Cup, right? Was that Hidden Cup or was that Titans League? Shoot. That had to have been Hidden Cup. Yeah, it was basically 2 years ago now. Almost. Had to have been Hidden Cup. So, yeah, it was a great event. Awesome event. Very happy with it. Brought in lots of viewership. Was pretty sick. But overall, if you're just looking at the year, 3,500 average is great. Because I stream semi-consistent, like pretty consistently, right? There are streams where you're not pushing it to the maximum. It's not your best content. It's just a normal stream. 3,500 is huge. I'm really grateful for that. So thank you guys. That's a crazy number to hit. I can't believe I hit it. 195 million minutes watched, and we streamed 924 hours throughout that year. So yeah, good numbers overall. We also had 26,000 follows. As for the other stats for this past year, here is where things went. Now, the hours streamed was pretty similar, right? So what was it? What was it before? It was 924. Wow, I increased 10 hours this year. And the minutes watched is down. So it went from 195 to 166. So that's a definite decrease, right? I mean, the time streamed went up, minutes watched went down. Max viewers also went down. Now, granted, I didn't host another Hidden Cup. Hidden Cup's kind of special in that regard. And then average viewers is a little bit down. It's at 29.59. Oh, you guys can't see. So yeah, there was a bit of a decrease this year. Here's the thing that you need to recognize when you look at this data. Twitch as a whole is down. It just is. For whatever reason. Maybe Twitch, because Twitch is running more ads. And the way that interacts with viewers. because of Twitch culture, because of competing things, right? There could be a lot of different factors. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Those are really good numbers. Guys, being close to 3,000 average is absolutely insane. That is insane. And obviously the peaks help, but like average is truly throughout the year. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So also people are saying plus they had a ViewBot crackdown. Yeah, so I know Twitch had ViewBot issues, but like I don't think that's ever been an issue here. Yeah, there were some streamers on Twitch who had like were clearly using ViewBots for years, and Twitch was doing nothing about it. But ever since the ViewBot crackdown, there hasn't really been a change, as far as I'm aware. So maybe there was some things there, maybe, but that shouldn't affect minutes watched. Chat, type a 1 if you're not a bot, by the way. Norson says lurkers don't count anymore. That's also not true. I don't want to get into it right now, but I don't even think that's true. I've looked into it a lot. I think some people are misinformed on that. But the changes were recent. So there we go. So we have no bots here. No bots. All real people. Perfect. So the thing I was surprised on when I looked at 2025's numbers was that I actually streamed a little bit more than I streamed in 2024. That was a surprise to me because this year for me, from the streaming perspective, was a year of trying to implement some balance in my life, which I had not done in the prior like 5 or 6 years. And so I thought my numbers were going to be way down, like way down, because I took sizable breaks throughout the year. And I felt like I feel in a better spot emotionally and mentally than I did the prior year. So yeah, I guess I'm pleasantly surprised that the balance I've been able to strike didn't diminish the amount of hours and also kept me in a good spot. So I'm happy with that. And I think as far as my goals go for this upcoming year, it's very simple now. I want 3,000 average viewers. Feels impossible. Even though I did it the year before and even though it was so close, that doesn't even feel like a real number. But yeah, sure. Let's send it. Let's try and get 3,000 average viewers in 2026. Is it? Yeah, 2026. See what happens. What this is going to mean is I'm going to have to do more events, right? I'm going to have to do more events. Titans League is coming up. Titans League is going to have to carry the year potentially. But we've got Red Bull event. Maybe Red Bull event will be on my channel. I don't know yet. I want to do another Regicide Rumble or 2. The 24-hour stream will happen this year. Finally. It's happening this year. Okay. And I have a lot of other ideas that I don't want to talk about yet because I have a tendency to overextend a little bit with some goals and say certain things, and then you guys hold me accountable. A lot of stuff's coming this year. It'll be a really fun year. A really crazy year. So yeah, I think we can potentially reach those goals. Max viewers, I don't really care about. I care about like this. I care about this. I care about this. Follows are pretty good too. Max viewers is like, I think just because the heights the channel's been able to reach, I need to get into an ambitious mindset again to try and really push it. I just feel like it's unattainable almost, but we'll see. We'll see if we could get to like, what was it, like 80K on all platforms in the future again. Okay, final thing as far as streaming is concerned, okay? Final thing. In 2026, I want there to be a really big announcement. This feels like a tease, but listen, I've been working really hard to make big things happen that have never really happened before. And it's not easy, but that's my goal, is like at some point in 2026 is for me to come in and be like, bam, and then have everyone lose their mind and have everyone get excited. I want to announce something huge. So we'll see. We'll see. I'd love to host a LAN event someday. I'd love for it to be massive. I think it could be insane. So, and no, it's not. We're going back to Facebook. Okay, we're not going back to Facebook. Also, every time someone assumes that I'm having a child, every time I say something like that, that's just stop. Okay. It's going to be a big year. Titans League is happening soon. Red Bulls soon after that. I've got like a friend's vacation, which is for prior to my wedding in May. Dave will be there. You guys know him. A lot of my friends will be there. There's things you guys haven't heard about that will come for the scene. Some big things, some ifs, some buts, some maybes, but some big things. I'm getting married this upcoming year. So yeah, lots of stuff's happening, but I'm happy to have sat down and talked to you guys a little bit. In general, I do actually want to stream more, but I think I had a really good balance this year because I learned that always streaming it's not good for life balance. Also, always streaming is not good for people I care about in the community who do better when I'm not online. That's a weird thing because I got like sponsors and Microsoft are always asking me, what's your schedule? Are you going to cast this? This event needs viewership, blah, blah, blah. But then also, if I stream every event, I have more viewers and I'm taking away from support from some others indirectly. So I've been really happy to just not do every event all the time, even if it kills me, and to take a little bit more time to myself, to my family, take a weekend here or there, and come back. And my worry with not streaming as much is that the support wouldn't be there. When you're always thinking if you stop streaming and if you slow down, that like everything's going to disappear. And that really hasn't been the case. You guys have been pretty consistent, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I don't stream consistently, the numbers go down. But it's like, as long as I understand the numbers go down ahead of time and just kind of plan for it, it's not like this life-ending event. So, any thoughts, any questions, guys? I don't know if any of this will be good for a video, but I just thought it would be fun to get online and talk to you guys about it. Because you guys played a role in everything, so... at the end of the day, these numbers wouldn't be here if not for the people who watch this video or watch the stream. So appreciate you guys. You guys are a little bit more special maybe because you showed up for the review, which I didn't plan. So you guys are just a little bit more dedicated maybe, but what do you think about lower overall viewership for AoE2 this year? It's if you go back and look at like the last 5 years, I'm sure it's gone up a little, down a little, up a bit, down a little. I think it's normal. Viewers, as we said before, viewership as a whole has been down on Twitch. So it might not be an Age of Empires 2 thing. It might just be a Twitch thing. And even then, it's been just slight, in my opinion. So you can't rise and rise forever, guys. You know, at a certain point, it's going to go boop, 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 boop a little bit. So that's fine. What are your thoughts on overall player numbers being down? Same deal. Like, I think they've only been down a little bit. Like, the way I see it is I think the community's risen at such a crazy pace, both in videos and streams and players. Eventually, you hit a little bit of a ceiling, right? Like, everything can't grow and increase forever. I think where the danger is...
1D3 has just donated $50.
That scared me.
Thanks for everything you do to make the amazing O2 community what it is. We love you, T90.
Dude, Solidified, thank you. I still got to fix my damn text-to-speech because it's terrifying every time. But thank you, Solidified. Salutes in chat, man. What was I talking about? I appreciate you. That's too much. Happy New Year. Oh, yeah, I think it's just important to recognize, to be realistic and understand things will go up and down a little bit and nobody freak out, right? Like, I could have sat here and I could have freaked out that my viewership on Twitch has gone down like 5%. But I think you have to look at what's working. You have to look at what's not working and you have to try and improve what you can, but not like act like the ship is burning down. So that's what I would say. That's what I would say. And I think it's the same with the player numbers. Here's the other thing is like, we don't actually have the data we don't have the true data on player numbers. We only have the multiplayer data. Dude, multiplayer data is so low compared to single player data. It has to be, right? Like, look at this. This is the number of users who played at least one match online. Online. 490,000. I would guess that that's got to be well over. Like, I would guess single players double that, right? So the game's fine, man. The game's fine. Now, I think it's really bad that there's various things that are actively making it difficult for players to play the game and the community to have a good time on the game. I think it's really bad they're not being improved. You guess how much money is involved in these DLCs? I guarantee you, massive, 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 massive money. Really bothers me that you can't have a proper party in team games. Really bothers me the amount of the lack of punishment for poor conduct in the game. These things I've talked about in different videos. So I would like to see, from Microsoft's point of view, they're clearly going to invest into the game with DLCs because people are going to continue to buy them. They make money. And then, so, they make the money. They invest the money back into another DLC. But I'd like to see some general improvements to the game as well to make regular players' lives better. But that also doesn't make money. So we'll see. I know that some of the feedback that the community's been discussing around certain topics is being listened to. So, okay, I'll probably stop it there for the video. Maybe we should have stopped it there for the video earlier. But yeah, if you watch this on YouTube, thank you. Thanks for sitting and listening to me talk for about stats for an hour. Appreciate it.